Forza Horizon 5, does it go multi-platform at some point? That's what's being rumored, that it's going to be the next Xbox game to also go to the PlayStation 5. Now, what's interesting is with this rumor, at least from what I'm seeing, there's not as much outrage as there was when Sea of Thieves went to PlayStation 5. And you got to ask yourself why. And I think the reason is a few things. I think it's human nature. Number one, I think that whenever something is done for the first time, people resist that. The second time, it's become the norm already. The same works in reverse. Whenever you accomplish something for the first time, it's a big deal. You get accolades. When you do it a second time, it's no big deal. It's the norm. Like, that's just how human nature works. And number two, I think that Sea of Thieves proved the theory. I really do. I think Sea of Thieves is having crazy success over on the PlayStation 5. I think these moves, remember, Xbox is Game Pass. That's Xbox and Game Pass. They are synonymous. They are one and the same. How do you get more people onto Game Pass? By exposing them to games that they have to pay for elsewhere that they could get for free over on Game Pass. By having perks available exclusively on Game Pass. And for those of you that are saying stuff like, oh, that doesn't work. Yes, it does. PlayStation has implemented this for years. Timed exclusive content with Call of Duty, for instance. Timed exclusive content with Destiny, for instance. Timed exclusives with Square Enix games, for instance. Why would they do that? Except if it didn't work. Not except if it didn't work. I misspoke there. Sorry. Why would they do that if it didn't work? Timed exclusive content works. That's all this is. This is timed exclusive content. This is the model. Only you're not calling it timed exclusive content. You're calling it Game Pass. Day one on Game Pass. Perks on Game Pass. We talked about Overwatch 2 in one of the shorts I did earlier, that there are perks coming to Game Pass for Overwatch 2 Season 12 that you can only get on Game Pass. Why? Because Overwatch is now an Xbox first-party title. That's why. And that's the benefit of Game Pass. And while that might not work initially, that might not work with one game or two games, over time, it all builds up and it works and it drives people there. And once again, for those of you saying, no, this is not going to work, then why did PlayStation have timed exclusives? And why is PlayStation the number one selling console? In part because of those timed exclusives, everybody. In part because of the timed exclusive content. Even on a Call of Duty, even on a Destiny. I would actually argue that Call of Duty is the kingmaker, because everybody who has had Call of Duty on their platform, has had advertising rights on their platform, has had exclusive time content on their platform, has crushed it. The Xbox 360, then they went to the PlayStation, and the PlayStation has crushed it ever since. Now it's back on Xbox, and we're going to see, and I think we are at the beginning of the Xbox domination generation. So let's go through this, because it's just a rumor right now. There's two questions. Do I think it's true? And then do I think it's bad for Xbox? Do I think it's a bad move? We're going to go over it after we go over this. I would love to know what you guys think, though. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like videos like this, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Share us with your friends. Also, come join us on Discord. We have a Discord community, the X1 fam, we're calling it. We can continue this discussion there. Let's jump into this. This is over at PureXbox.com. Xbox Insider insists Forza Horizon 5 will go multi-platform at some point, supposedly before the end of 2024. The biggest talking point in the Xbox community today centers around a rumor that suggests an Xbox first-party game will be announced for PlayStation 5 next week, although no one seems to know what it is as things stand. Some believed it might be Forza Horizon 5, before Windows Central's Jez Corden advised that according to his sources, that's not the case. There's still a belief among some apparent insiders that Forza Horizon 5 will be heading to PS5 eventually, though. Here's what the very reliable XDS1S had to say on social media. The announcement, it's the least of it if it happens next week or the next, but Forza Horizon 5 is coming to PS5 in the coming months, as I confirmed in my gift and as many colleagues have already corroborated. Jez has his sources and I have mine, and of course I respect his work, but from what I've received, the launch of Forza Horizon 5 is a reality for the coming months. The day it is announced, nobody cares. So furthermore, it does look like Windows Central editor mentioned earlier that Forza Horizon 5 on PS5 could be a possibility, but he doesn't believe it's the game that will be announced for PlayStation next week. So I wonder what he thinks it would be. I could also see it being like a flight simulator, because Flight Simulator is pretty niche, and I'm not sure Flight Simulator being exclusive to Xbox does much for you. I see you expanding that onto multi-platforms as doing a whole lot. I mean, they're really supporting that game. You're able to get out of your plane now and walk around and go visit. Like, they're creating this whole big MMO world universe basically via Flight Simulator. It's amazing what they're doing there. I could see that going multi-platform. Regardless, I do think Forza Horizon 5 will go multi-platform someday. Why? Number one, there's nothing like it on PlayStation 5. But they have Gran Turismo. Yes, Gran Turismo is more like Forza Motorsport. It's why I don't think Forza Motorsport will ever do that. It doesn't make any sense. PlayStation already has their Gran Turismo. You'd be competing with it directly over on their platform. I don't think the ROI is there. There's no incentive for a PlayStation 5 person or a PlayStation guy to get Game Pass because of Motorsport when they have something that whets their palate in the respect of Gran Turismo. Forza Horizon, though, there's nothing like it. There's nothing else like it. Yes, there's the crew. Let's be honest. That's the redheaded stepchild of this genre. Forza Horizon is it's the best of its version out there. Crew's super fun. Don't get me wrong. I think Ubisoft has done a great job with the crew. I have played the crew. In fact, I had one of the fastest times on one of those courses one time in the whole world. That's right. But it's no Forza Horizon. It's no Forza Horizon 4. It's no Forza Horizon 5. They do it better than anyone else. There is no question. And so, yes, I do think it will go. Now, second question. Do I think it's a good thing? Or do I think it's a bad thing? I think it's a good thing. I think it makes sense for the Xbox Game Pass strategy. Once again, let me just address this because I know there's a lot of you right now in the comments saying, no, this is a bad idea. Why does PlayStation have timed exclusives? Why are they dominating? Could it be in part because of those timed exclusive content that existed in Destiny, for instance, that existed in Call of Duty, for instance? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. That helped contribute to it 1,000%. This is all that is. That's all it is. Yes, Forza Horizon 5 is available everywhere else, but there are certain perks, and the biggest perk of all, you don't pay the full price. You get it as part of this subscription package. So I think, number one, all it does is increase awareness and reach, and I think that we've seen that with Sea of Thieves that is massively popular over on the PlayStation 5. I think that the potential for cross-platform play, I think that's a given, that's going to happen. That increases the gameplay, makes your game last longer, it makes your game even better the more people that are participating in it, and makes the time frame of how long it lasts, the lifespan of a game, even longer. Once again, Sea of Thieves proves this. I think number three, I've already talked about it, but exclusive content on Game Pass. I think Xbox could leverage Game Pass by offering exclusive in-game content. Also, early access to different items for Forza Horizon 5. This makes Game Pass the preferred way to play to experience the game. It's just like what we're seeing with Overwatch. They're already implementing it with Overwatch 2 in Season 12. You get stuff you can only get by subscribing to Game Pass. And if you want to get the most out of the game, Game Pass is the way to do it. Now, does this have that effect right away? No, it doesn't, because you've got to build up a diehard fan base everywhere. So as it launches everywhere else, 1 or 2 years goes by. Let's say 1 year. 1 year goes by. You get a diehard fan base elsewhere. Boom, drop it on Game Pass. Yep, this is the only game I ever play. I absolutely love it. I'm hooked. The best place to play it is on Game Pass. Boom, subscribing to Game Pass. That's how it works. Number four, I think it obviously will boost revenues from subscriptions. And last but not least, I think it strengthens the entire ecosystem. What? That's right. I think by expanding Forza Horizon 5 onto other platforms, Xbox is promoting the Game Pass essentially, and the Game Pass ecosystem as a central hub for gaming on other platforms as well. So while players might start with the Forza Horizon 5 on another platform, they could be drawn to Game Pass for convenience and value, and then get exposed to other games, and then they're hooked and they're staying and they're not going anywhere. I think it's good. I have no problem with this. I think it's smart. I think it's basically the timed exclusive content strategy that PlayStation has been utilizing to very much success. To a lot of success. And that's where I stand with this. And I'm a huge fan of Forza Horizon. It's one of my favorite games. Forza Horizon 4 and 3 were one of my most played games of their generations. Like, such a good series. I didn't play Forza Horizon 5 as much. I am crushing it with Motorsport though, baby. I love these games. They are really well done. Anyways, that's going to do us for today, everybody. Again, would love to know what you guys think. What do you think of this rumor? I do think it's going to happen. If not in the next little while, eventually it will happen. And I don't think it's the right move. But let me know what you think. Let me know where I'm right, where I'm wrong in the comments below. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I'm X1 the Gamer. We drop videos all the time right here. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.